All right. This might be the last one. Well, maybe not. I thought I was going to get them done. This guy, I don't have time for the hijinks, buddy. So, all right. My questions: when moving to a new area out of town, do you have any tips on finding a good real estate agent? No, I don't. What I would do is I think that job can largely be outsourced to yourself, especially if you're new to an area. You may want to wait before you buy, because you don't know where you're going to go, what places you're going to want to hang out with, or at rather. What the realtor may say, oh, this is the cool hangout area. That may not be the case for you. You may not agree. So I would, if you're moving new to an area out of town, when moving to a new area out of town, so I would rent for like 3 months, do a 3-month rental, drive around, figure out where you want to go, figure out where the bad parts of town are. Ask around, be like kind of a background part-time job. And then I don't know if you really need a real estate agent. You could go ahead and do this stuff. You go online, you search and now I use a real estate agent because my real estate agents are awesome and amazing and they're worth their weight in gold. But I got lucky. That was basically, I went out and said, hey, but if you could go ahead, there's Zillow isn't exactly the most reliable, but the internet is available out there. That not only can you go and find houses, go look for housing listings. Is that house for sale? Is this a nice neighborhood? Go drive through it. Look for houses with for sale sign on them. And then there's different resources on the internet where you can act as your own realtor. I know a lot of realtors would be against that, and there's some drawbacks and all that, but you may want to look and say, okay, can I act as my own realtor? Like if you find the house, why are you paying 3.5% to the realtor? To go buy the house? Like you don't need that. Just go find it yourself, do your research, do your due diligence. But as to finding a good real estate agent, you got me, man. I don't know. I just lucked out when I went to South Dakota. I lucked out. But yeah, so I don't have, but I do have advice when it comes to home shopping. You're not going to, when you're new to town, don't buy a house. Know where the neighborhood, where it is, what's going on, the politics, the city council. This city council has a bunch of fucking dipshit leftists who all graduated from college last week, can't find jobs. They decided to run for city council because their parents are so fucking stupid. They didn't vote for my daughter, vote for my son. Why do we have socialist tax rates? Why is there government housing going in next to the nice part of town? What's going on? So yeah, look out for that. But yeah, live in town for 3 months before you go buy. And then if you want, buy in the middle of winter, Christmas time. That's a good time to go buy. Go on a hunt when everybody else is getting ready to hatch down for the winter. I'm planning on starting a little online business too. Any tips on finding a good bookkeeper, accountant, or lawyer? Do you even need that at first? No, dude. All you got to do, I might even have a video on it on my shoebox accounting method. All you got to do is save your receipts, your credit cards. You can set up an LLC. You get a bank account associated with that LLC. When you get that bank account associated, then you get a company credit card. And all your expenses associated with the business go on that card. And all the expenses associated with your individual life that has nothing to do with the business goes on your personal card. All right. And then when you go and you buy things for the business, you always save the receipts. And while you're there, you write down on the back what that receipt is for. So you don't forget, because sometimes the receipt has a lot of abbreviated information. You don't know what it is. You can't remember why you bought it. So I write down everything on the back of my receipt. You take all your receipts, you throw it in a box. And then January 1st, after the hangover is gone, you open up that box and you start putting together your taxes. And all you do is you want an example, go find a Schedule C on the internet. Just example Schedule C or example income statement. And you organize your receipts in logical activity. You enter in the total of each receipt for each expense category. And that's all the accounting you really need. Unless your business was somehow different, or if there's going to be inventory, or you're going to employ people, then you'd have to get like ADP, payroll processing company. Inventory. I've never managed inventory. I don't know what it's like to sell an actual product. I haven't dealt with accounts receivable or accounts payable. There's another reason you might want to get a bookkeeper. But unless it's a complicated business, I don't think you need any of that. I think you can do your own accounting. If you're having trouble, it's worth hiring a good bookkeeper. What I would recommend you do is you find a CPA. I presume you have a CPA, and say, do you recommend a bookkeeper? Your CPA, him or herself, may actually offer to do the bookkeeping services, but usually they outsource. Actually, if you want, contact Chad Elkins. I'm sure he can recommend some bookkeepers because a lot of his clients need bookkeeping, but he doesn't do bookkeeping. And then a lawyer, I don't know why would you need a lawyer? What's this for? Are you doing something risky? Why would a lawyer come into this? You don't need that first. You need to set up a corporate entity first, typically a single member LLC, through the Secretary of State. I would recommend you do either Nevada, Wyoming, New Mexico, Delaware, Florida, South Dakota, one of those places. You can set it up anywhere. If you got girls that like to slash your tires, or you want to keep it anonymous, I would recommend hiring a registered agent to do all that for you. Pay the money, be done with it. And then you run your business, and it'll be obvious whether or not you need an accountant or lawyer. But if you need one, I can recommend accountants. I don't know that many lawyers. Good luck on the mortgage payments. We'll keep you anonymous because I don't want to mention your name. Oh, thank you very much. So there you go. Okay. No super chats. Wonderful. Excellent. It's a 6-minute video. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.